fellow there last week. I was at the Globe, and this fellow, oh my goodness, I know you know someone like this. He was just not the brightest ember in the fire. He wasn't the sharpest tack in the box. I mean, you know, he was so thick-headed that surely he must have fallen from the family tree. I mean, he was so thick that so what he does then is he's got one pointer elbow. He's hanging onto it, and he's almost back in his seat. He gets ready just to sit down right where he had been, when suddenly the fellow up in the galleys again yells, "Hey, William!" So he whirls around to find him, and he drops that last point, and boy, is he angry. And he looks for the guy, and he finally sees him up there in the galley and spies him up there, and he says, "My name's not William!" Again, he's just about got his hands on those silver chalices when again he hears, "Jesus is watching you." So he looks around and around and around, and then finally in the corner he spies a parrot sitting on a perch. And he says to this parrot, he says, "Well, if Jesus is watching me, what's your name?" And the parrot says, "Moses." He said, "Moses? What kind of crazy priest would name a parrot Moses?" And the parrot said, "The same kind of crazy priest that would name a Rottweiler Jesus." See, that's his wing. The river is wide, I cannot cross o'er. Oh, good. Blue. Nor have I the wings to fly. Good. See, it's just one blade, so I did hit twice. She's trying to make me do some rock and roll. And so when she thought she was going to have a child, and she sat and she watched and she grew and grew and grew until finally, well, she was not going to have a baby. She was dying, and she became more and more ill. And what she did is she called Elizabeth to her, Bloody Mary did, and Elizabeth knew she was lucky to still have her head. She did. So she went into Mary's chambers and was fearful. And Mary said, "If I could change," for she knew she was dying, "if I could change this for all the world, I would. My dear sister. But I will tell you this, if you marry my husband, I will hold you to the end of time." Right out to the merchant, she said, I want you to know that this parrot, this good parrot, this well-behaved parrot, you told me that I could take anywhere. I just took it into Mass and it just cursed in the middle of Mass. And so the merchant said, "Oh, I am so sorry, my lady. I'm so surprised, but I'll tell you what, if it does it again, but, you know, surely it won't do it again. But if it does, you take that parrot by its feet and you sling it around 6 times." So the lady went to Mass, she sat down in Mass, and she took that parrot and she put that parrot right on her shoulder. Well, Mass is going on, you know, and so it's very cold in there, and it's even chillier. And that parrot begins to shiver, shake like this, and finally the parrot says, "Damn, it's cold in here." And so the woman grabs that parrot up and she slings it around 6 times and she puts it back on her shoulder, and the parrot says, "And damn, it's windy too."